Woo! Coming in like a wrecking ball. All right, everybody.
Did I show
What's
you
going
this?
on? What'd you show me? Oh, no, you did not. That's sick.
I mean, so I'm testing hats.
Yeah, you're testing getting us lit up in the comment section.
Look, I'm going for this.
Put them on the website.
And it fits my big head. You know, my head's huge. My poor mom, she suffered, bro. Pushing me out.
You made one, didn't you? You made one. You made one hat.
I got 3.
You got 3. Okay, he's got 3 hats, everybody.
I got
so
a black one.
Up. We have 2 we can say.
Look, you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
It's fire, dude. Fire.
Yeah, that's dope.
My poor mom. Can we have a moment of silence for my mom? She had to push this head out. Can you imagine having to sit there and put labor on this big body? I'm big now and then.
Yeah, I want to see the baby picture. I bet that head was
big.
big.
Felt like a big, like you ever the corn dog. Oh, dog, this corn dog place when you come.
Nah, every time I come,
every
it disappears.
Corn dog place is wild. I'm not gonna lie to you. I look like a corn dog. Like if I was a big fat corn dog, just sitting there. I
came the first time. They were parked. It never opened.
Actually, they opened. They opened at 4.
Max parking lot. Never opened.
They opened at 4.
Second time I come, ghosts. They're just gone. Then at some point you find them and you're like, they're the greatest corn dogs in the world. I come back a third time, still nothing. Ghost. I don't know how.
This corn dog, bro. It was like
we making corn dogs or what?
No, dude. This corn dog was like watching the first Jurassic Park in the 90s. You didn't want it to stop.
Chris disapproves. He says flat brim hat.
Suck it, Chris.
He wants the trucker hat.
Chris, suck it.
He wants the trucker hat. You know what else they want? They want an update on the T.H.O.R warehouse.
Yeah,
so we're pumping out.
Hi to Bev. Come here.
Bev's there?
Yeah. Bev, get in the camera. Say, thanks for the coffee. Here. You gotta talk right here.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Bev. Beverly just had a wonderful birthday not too long ago.
How's birthday?
We won't say which one it is.
To you.
That's not the important information.
No, I'm kidding.
Love you.
All right. Get out of my office, bro. No, I'm kidding. That's messed up. Don't talk to your wife like that. You'll get a divorce.
Yeah, you trying to get. So anyway, the warehouse is catching up. We had 1 million orders. Literally, what, like 1,800?
19.
From the start of the Labor Day sale till now, about 1,900 orders. So far this week alone, for Monday, we've got about 700 fulfilled. We're working our way through them. So the warehouse is throwing down. They have a game plan. And, they had a nice Labor Day holiday. They only worked 4 weeks last week. This week they're working their first full week. So all I can say is it's catching up, everybody. So if you want any concerns about your order, email support. They'll update you and keep you updated if you think you need to update on it. Other than that, we also what? You got to chime in on something?
Or
if
you know you ordered the 1st of September.
Yep.
Don't email. Wait.
Patience.
Right.
Patience is key.
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. Check in. Ivan likes to talk to people. Call him up.
Poor Ivan. Poor guy.
Poor Ivan. Ivan and Bobby, soldiers. They're doing a good job. Other than that, T.H.O.R EU, www.thehouseofrags.eu is up and running. And tomorrow, if you're in Europe, they're launching a sale. So 12th through 14th, detail code is 15% off, and the rest of the store is 10% off. So if you want to say big over there in Europe, go check out thehouseofrags.eu.
And this is Ivan saying you better stop the cap. Ivan saying you better stop the cap.
Call him up. See what?
I ain't calling him up. Look, the fact that you told everybody to email him, knowing that he had
everybody call Ivan tomorrow. Check up on your order.
Hey, that's between you and God. Shout out to Ivan and Bobby for having it.
What?
I just think about the past, right? So we're coming up to our year birthday.
Coming up. It's coming up hot.
When you and I were the ones doing customer service, that's why we had a bad, we're terrible at it. You remember?
Oh yeah, not good. Not good customer service. Look, you think me and this guy are gonna be good customer service? Look,
I was not patient. I was like, "What? Cancel the order." They talked back in my just cancel it, close it.
Yeah, people still mad on the internet about us doing customer service at the beginning.
That one time you winked at a person, disrespect, bro. The level of disrespect you're on.
I don't know what to tell y'all what. It's tough in these streets, so suck it up, Buttercup, because we got some hot one on this episode. Cam Johnson's back, everybody. He's been cooking in the background for quite a while. quite a while. We've been knowing he's been cooking up something. He finally released a few things, and he's still cooking up all kinds of stuff. But we're
What's
gonna get the
crazy is
update.
he went ghost for a little bit, right? Like
He went ghost, complete ghost.
he pulled
He wouldn't
I
talk
don't
to
know
us. He
you,
wouldn't
I don't know
nothing.
your first name. He
Yeah,
don't
man.
talk to me. I'll message him on Instagram, and you know what I got?
Nothing.
The black thumbs up emoji.
Yep,
I'm
that's
like,
it.
now
That's
you're
all we
racist.
get.
We can't even neutralize the color of the emoji. Like, he's black thumbs up.
Let's just get him in here, see what he's got going on. You ready, Cam? Oh, here he is, everybody. Cam Johnson Drive Auto Appearance. Pow!
Oh my gosh. What's up, family?
What's up,
you know
Cam?
what? Y'all know how to get the crowd warmed up. You know, you guys are a great opening act.
Yeah, we got it. Look, they're pumped. Look, they remember. All right.
You're gonna have to drop that for the culture, Cam. Like,
Yeah.
they've been waiting a year.
Already. Hell, yeah. We up in
We're
here.
all excited.
What's good, fam? What's good? How we doing? But thanks for having me on, man. Fellas, once again, we were just talking in the back room. You know, I always like to sprinkle a little bit of our secret conversations, not too much detail, but we were just talking a minute, and yeah, I just it's not that I don't love you. I love everybody. First of all, you have to save yourself as far as that going ghost and going not necessarily MIA. I wouldn't say that,
No,
but you got to
gone like you were gone like the 50s, cuz.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of thing, and you guys just talking about the customer support and everything like that. But when you work in a service type industry, right, and you're direct facing with customers and all that, man, they want a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's the energy, right? And after you're talking to people in front of you or the people on the phone and with other vendors and all that, man, you just like you kind of want to crash, So I did take a break. Some guys call and like you just said, I wouldn't say unread. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm here. Everything is good.
That's what you did. The black emoji was black. Those
right. But yeah, no, man, I'm glad to be back, if you will. I never left, but I'm glad to be back. Thanks for having me.
Grinding in Texas, running your detail business, doing some training classes.
Yeah, man.
But product wise, going back to the drawing board, correct?
Yeah, like we're working on a new few things, and I know I had talked to you guys a little while back, but it seems like a while. But we came out with our Victory line of coatings like 2023, so like almost 2.5-3 years ago almost, and that was a major feat in kind of rebranding our identity in that sector of the business, and the coatings that was starting to pop off or were really popping off then. But it's hard for me to be satisfied, even though like you talk about it's not about your competition, it's more about what how can I beat myself, or how can I improve myself, and it's just one of those things. And so thank you, bro. I just wanted to kind of go back to the drawing board and improve some things, and so I can come back with something really worth talking about.
So I received this box. This is how this came out. I was talking to Jamie one day. We always talk every night. Sometimes we complain to each other. Sometimes we make fun of other people, but we're talking. I was like, yo, did you get the Cam's box? And at first I didn't want to say nothing in case you forgot about him. He's like, yeah, I got it. I already applied it. I go, what? He applied it. I said, cool, I got the box. And you sent this one. And you sent, I applied this in the video. So if you haven't seen my video, go there and I'll walk through how to use it. This one is, walk us through your new line then, because this is the old one, right?
Well, the C5 Pro, those are the C5 Pro, the Seal, the GX Pro, and then some of the spray coatings, those are still in the lineup. The two new ones are the G7, the 7-year Graphene G7 Pro, and the CX Pro, which is our 8 to 10 year ceramic coating. And the one that's not viewed there, which was kind of a painful decision or a tough decision, but we actually we're dropping the Q3, and it's just more for the Q3 was the 3-year quartz, but it was more of a business decision from like, did it really compete? You know what I'm saying? So we really want to just have the best of the best. Whatever you try, we want you to walk away from dealing with Drive or Victory coatings and just knowing that you had the best. But Jamie, you were just saying, what was in the background of the new development and everything. And as I've been doing this for a minute, right? And I've seen a lot of brands, and I played with a lot of brands. I've been associated with other brands and this and that, right? And a lot of times, I would take some of my own experience, of working with some different products and, even competitors and that kind of thing. But this shit now with the with the CX Pro and the G7, I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm not doing stay way no more. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be me. I'm trying to.
There he is.
Right, and I really, man, we were talking the other day, because CX and G7 were kind of more in like the year, maybe like
but they're two different coatings.
Yeah, they're different. So here's the thing behind it though. I believe that detailers are some of the most faithful, hardworking people, right? Not just in America, but all over the world, right? The kind of people that I meet in detailers they're super humble, right? A lot of times they don't know their value and they don't know their strength, right? And I try to help them find that, find those. But we're really good people. And what really bothers me is when we work hard, because we always do, whether we're doing a disaster detail, right, or we're restoring this, antique car or an exotic car, we're always putting all into it. Simply, I don't care if you're a guy that's been detailing 18 months and somebody's been detailing 28 years. We all still work hard, and a lot of times we spend a lot of time getting good results or average results to good results. And we don't make a lot of money. And so my goal as, I wouldn't say I'm an OG, here, as detailing or anything like that, but from my years of experience in the game, I want to improve the game. I want detailers to, find out what their value, realize their value, their true value. And I want them to get paid more, right? And I want them to be able to, shorten the time that they do their jobs and be more efficient and everything like that. Still have a great outcome, right? Still present something to your clients that amazes, right? But add more time to your life. And so when we thought about these coatings, like I'm constantly in the shop, like, hurry the fuck up, let's go. How we looking on this?
I can see this is funny because I can see Cam as a boss. I hate working for you, dog. You're worse than me.
When you get used to it, like, there's only so much, right. There's only so much you get loud, okay, whatever. But no, man, it was more so from the standpoint, like, I wanted, to save time. Like, there's nothing more frustrating to me, right, than standing around watching coating dry. Like, that it's a waste of fucking time, right? And excuse me, right? I love all y'all, but this is just how I talk. Some of y'all bitch ass motherfuckers out here, y'all want like a week. No, not fine. Now I'm sure y'all have people who are. I'm sure we have enthusiast detailers, that are on the chat right now in the stream, things like that, and that's good and fine. We got shit for you. I'm not kicking y'all off the island. I'm saying we got shit that's slow motion. If you wanna, put it on and enjoy yourself and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Spray a little bit on your face, whatever. That's fine. You can do all that, right? We got those. But the professionals who want to wow, the shit is good. The shit is good. We'll get into that later. But thank you, D. I appreciate you, man. You are all right too, Mark. That's what's up. Okay, I gotta stop looking at those too. I do love the comments. All right,
but no, you gotta eat, bro. They throwing. Keep going.
They love
no, but so with the CX Pro, I really when we have just like we're talking on the back end, right? How you guys have your daily prep meetings and everything like that and recaps, right? I do so about at least once a month, right? We have an hour or two long call with our chemistry team, and I'm just like, yeah, everything is working great, right? But can we pick up the pace, right? And I want to create something that's indicative of how we work in my shop, right? So we are always trying to increase our car count, but still give outstanding results. So don't come to me with like, oh, you rushing the process and this and that. No, when you've done as many cars as I have, like it's just robotic. It ain't nothing fancy.
This is what blew my mind about your new coating. So let's talk about. He's talking about his new coating that he just came out. I want to give an overview first, so everyone's aware. Like, what is he talking about? These were his old flagship coatings. Seal's still here. This would still be here.
Fire. C5 Pro is still fire. It's coming back. It's just out of stock.
These three or these two, because this has been around for a while.
Yeah.
This one's a new one. So let's talk about the difference, because people are going to ask, well, I'm going to get a industrial. Can I put on my car? Yeah, you can put on your car. This is for the working person going in the woods, getting dirty, working those jobs that are fall out.
ATVs, farm equipment,
all that jazz. Here's what he did for all of us, and this is what was unique. So I applied this on the truck, a black truck. The gloss was nuts on a black truck. And I know this is not your glossiest because GX Pro is, or G7 Pro, right?
G7 Pro is probably a kick up from the CX, but yeah, we'll talk about the difference.
I applied this, and this is what kind of blew me away a bit. So 1 hour, it could get wet. 24-hour cure time.
Full cure, 24 hours.
Full cure. Full
cure.
Around. Wash time, 3 days. 3 days, wash your stuff.
Most coatings don't want you to look at it for 24 hours, Cam.
Yeah, they don't want you. I mean, I've been there, like with our C5 Pro and some of our older stuff, right? That, like I said, it's an evolution, and like it really hit me a few months ago. Earlier this year, right? We had the shop was loaded, right? And we had 3 cars working, finishing up a coating a couple of them, and we had more than needed to get in the shop, right? But we're trapped. Like I literally could not bring another car in, to start getting that one prepped and everything like that, because this other coating couldn't be exposed. You know what I'm saying? And now shout out to Infratech, the curing lamps and everything like that. That is definitely a viable option, right? But a lot of shops and guys aren't going to, or mobile guys aren't going to have access to, a wave lamp, that's going to run you a couple $1,000s, and that you got to, be very, very careful when you're loading into your van or moving around your shop and all that, right? Or pay your client's electric bill, and because your generator can't keep up with the output of that. But and so that's when I was kind of like, we're moving fast, but the only thing that was slowing us down was the coating. So these 2 new coatings are containing what we call our Instabond technology.
Instabond.
Instabond, right? So that when you lay the G7 and the CX Pro down, G7 Pro and the CX Pro, when you lay them down, that they're there, right? You get an instant chemical reaction. You'll either, depends on what type of substrate that you're working with, but and the temperature. But you'll either get a distinct rainbow or a sweating effect, right? And when you see that, don't wait. No, you 30 seconds? No, my dude. Like, 10 minutes? No. I mean, God bless them. There are other options out there for that long stuff. If you want to do half a car, come back and wipe it off. We actually do have something for you on that. But as far as your base coating, no. With CX Pro and G7 Pro, as soon as you see a chemical reaction, you can start leveling and removing.
And the level was pleasant. So I did test it on one portion of the truck because I did a live to do it. So I did the other part of it, and I let it sit a little longer because there's one coating that it reminded me of. It reminded me of like luminous diamond. I applied it, let it sit for like a minute and a half, and I hated my life. I was like, my forearms were hurting, and I was like, dang, bro. When you see it start flashing, that's when you wipe.
Yeah. When you see it flash, you can go ahead and wipe. Now, why is that good or bad? Well, for me, it's easy. Good. It's good because we can move around the car faster, right? And believe it or not, you're going to have less high spots and less issues with the coating that's going to dry or cure or flash quicker than a slow. Why? Because, we live in a TikTok, society. We have very short attention spans, right? And so while you're standing there picking your nose, scratching your ass or whatever, or scratching your nose and picking your ass, whichever one that you do. But, right, you get to scrolling and next thing you know, you do it late. No, you need to pay attention to this. Now, I'm not trying to scare anybody. Now, it depends on what type of climate that you're in. Both of the products, we try to improve the humidity effect, of it in the workability and humidity. And I sent you guys the bottles. I don't think that you haven't tried them, but you will notice a difference in the humidity application with the G7. The G7 is a bit more forgiving.
The G7 is way more forgiving.
Yeah,
not a bit. A bit's like I'm a bit darker than Jamie. It's way more. It's not bad. Like, I don't want to scare anyone. The industrial one was easy to apply.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with it.
You have to switch your applicator often if you go past or you take too much. You take a call and you wipe a door down.
Oh
no! You wait 10 minutes. Applicator's total.
So Can I bring up that second point? Other than getting it out of there fast, that's worked good for us. But also, it's great for the customer, right? The customer's always like, "Hey, hitting you up. How we looking? Are we getting there?" That kind of thing, right? Yeah. I'm the kind of dude that even though I got 5-star reviews, you can check me out, Google me, right? However, I'm that cat like 3 days. I text you, "Hey man, car's going good on day one." Right. Mm-hmm. And then I'll hit you up when we're done. No, when next time you hear from me, it's like, "Hey, it's ready to go. Come get
this thing out of my shop."
I don't give you all that blow by blow and I got you. Right.
So this one though is the hardest that a coating has made an applicator ever. This is like that applicator the next day, really about an hour later, was as hard as a brick. It was unreal. So tell us, how do you manage getting around like a bigger vehicle with that coating? How often are you getting a new one or flipping the sides? As long as it stays wet, is it good? What are the rules there?
Just so you know, like we got all kinds of installers that that use our products, right? And a shout out to you, to them, all of our our fans and our current users of our products, everything. I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate you, right? But I talk to them about the same way because we go through beta testing as well, right? And so I see products in different areas, and especially with our guys that do aircrafts and boats, because I want to know how this is going to be for our products work on these large surfaces and everything like that. And they were like, "This even better," right? Because going through a boat is you prepped for a couple of days, and you want to get shit done, right? And so they're very appreciative of this style. How I adjust it, right, is number one, it's actually pretty simple. Once you get your pad primed and you have it on the surface, you're going to use very little after that for your reoccurring passes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Once your pad is primed, it's going to be staying there. Yes. If you're using coating saver applicators, you're probably going to get it a little bit further around the car. But I would say that you're probably average. We usually go through anywhere between 2 and 3 applicators on a larger project.
For the truck, I had to use 4 because what happened was the neighbor came over, was like, "Help me carry my Traeger," and I was like, "Dog, I'm in the middle of coating this truck."
If you walk away at any
with the hardest coating ever,
it was bricks like the wedding night, bro. Yeah. Bricks.
Right. You come back, don't sleep on it. And if like with our beta testing, I told the installers to say, "Hey, keep your pads, like for 24 hours, and then run some water over them, and this is what you're going to see."
And Cam, the towel as well. You got the same thing with the towel.
Everything's toast. If you use this coating, throw it all away. Charge
appropriely.
Exactly. Throw everything away.
Right. It's well, I don't never recommend reusing any of your applicators. I know.
Anyway. Yep.
I know OGs do.
There's a thing going around right now that you can reuse like ceramic coating towels or for paint, and I'm like, no. No, maybe I save them for like tires, dirty jobs, the towels.
But wells. I use them to clean floors.
If you're using a real ceramic coating, go back to rewind Cam 20 minutes and what do you think?
Like my last
relationship. They're toast. I mean, if you're using a serious coating, they're toast. Mm-hmm, no doubt. Mm-hmm.
Well,
especially with this.
Let me say this, Jay. Let me say this, right? Because I really feel like we're laughing and have a good time. But I do not want you guys to get scared of CX Pro.
No, it was
easy.
let me frame it from the position of where we came from and why we actually called it industrial. Because we were kind of going back and forth inside, you know, it's like, okay, well, this is really good, right? We applied it to these different areas, but who's going to be really trying to, I missed that one. Who's going to be really trying to install this? And I'm like, this shit it's really designed for overexposed vehicles and surfaces. We have a guy that installs countertops. Didn't install countertops, but he coats countertops and does home detailing, if you will. So coating the shower doors and, you know, different areas and refrigerators, all that. And he's tested out the CX Pro as well on those different type of really the tile and marble and glass and different porous surfaces. They love it. You know, it's great. And so it's going to be CX is going to be really designed for your high wear type of areas in high usage vehicles and overly exposed vehicles. So if you're dealing with ocean air, if you're, you know, beachside or something like that, right? If you're dealing with a lot of tree sap, high bugs, love bugs and all that, chemical staining, CX Pro is going to be, you know, the one for you. Right.
I put it on his truck because I was thinking, you know, he lives in Montana. He goes hunting. He gets salt, so he gets a lot of salt on the road. He does get tree sap, and I thought to myself, we'll see. But an hour later, it was super hydrophobic. It was the contact angle on that. What is the contact angle on that? Because it was nuts.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Like,
it's up there.
Yeah, it's up there, man.
It's
like
up there.
Sideways.
We need to.
It's like the side of my head.
It's sideways. Yeah.
He says sideways.
You ever see the Dimitri guy on YouTube? He puts the, you know, he should be around there somewhere. Yeah.
I hope he's watching because Dimitri motherfucker, like, you know, I send him some shit too. So I'm waiting on that.
Sometimes it takes him. I sent him Slim before we launched, like over a year ago, and just now got the review of it. So he pretty slow sometimes, but
well, hopefully he watch it here. This is a motivator.
I'd sure like to see it.
If I see something, I'm chill. Like I didn't hit you up and say, "Oh, Jamie, did you try this? Did you try that? Hey, how's this looking?" No, I know you get around to it, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm not sweating you, but I'm looking forward to those tests because look, I'm just saying if.
Right, I'm gonna go bump him for you. You won't have to do it. I'm gonna go
hit him up. Go hit him up, Jay. Go hit him up.
Where these drive auto coatings at? That's what I want to see.
Yeah, you sent it to him, right, Cam?
Drop the video. Yeah, I sent it to him. Right.
Yeah.
But my thing is, okay, you know, this is just me talking shit. But if drive coating, right, Dimitri's test that he does and everything like that, right, and it comes out and it ranks in the upper echelon, right, of coatings that if he says this is the most hydrophobic I've ever seen, or this is the slickest the most wear, I kept going for 2,000 washes or whatever the scrub test is, right? Yeah. If that comes to fruition, motherfuckers, hit me up. No, seriously. Like, I mean, there's a lot of shit that's out here nowadays, right? And a lot of people may not ever get around. You know, we're so far down, you know, on your buy list, if you will, or your consideration. But I'm just saying, like, you know, consider trying it out.
That's one thing I want to ask you too, Cam, because sent the coating. So first, you did the whole Benjamin Button. You went silent, then became a little boy again, disappeared. And then,
boy.
You were gone, bro, gone. And then you came
out.
That's
right. He reversed age.
He reversed it. He's like turned 14, 12, 3. And then, you know, I saw it, bought the stuff from Drive. Like, why don't you, I'm going to ask you a question. Don't get offended. Why don't you push your brand more through social media, through content creation? Because what I'm learning is that people consume more content than they do not. And social media and the putting videos out. They don't care about, even though Carlos is great to watch, Jamie's great to watch, they don't care about that. They want to see the owner get in, get dirty, talk about his brand, get excited about it, show me how to use it. Why don't you push your brand? Because you make good stuff. Like, I'll give you a prime example. Your new tire dressing was nuts. Mm-hmm. That white stuff that smells like cinnamon.
Oh, that's not new. That's
not new to me. How do I know? You don't market it. That's my point. Like, that's my point.
Yeah.
Right? All your stuff has nice scent now. So before, your scent sucked. All your stuff has good triggers now. Now you're up there. So why aren't you pushing your brand
Man, I'll tell you
that's
this.
just a question I always wanted to ask you. Like
Yeah.
you have the personality. People love you. People like to hear from you.
Yeah.
Why not take time to push your brand?
Bro, I'm extra. Okay, I'm a lot. So yes, you motherfuckers could take about a dose of me right here, right? But ask my wife. She said you are a lot.
No, but like I heard about you through Carlos' video where he does like Lux cotton pin conditioner. Used it. That's like in slaps.
I would say, you ask that question to somebody that comes into our shop, right? And so that really comes down to it, right? Is that I've been public facing for a long time. Before my detailing career, I did some different stuff out there where I dealt with media and all that. And one of the things is that I like the behind the scenes stuff, right? I like the development. Sometimes, most of the time, I like dealing with the customers. I love people. I love the customers. However, my experiences online, maybe because it was early, right? Early days of YouTube and early days of Facebook and all that. I just didn't have the greatest experience. I'll put it that way. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have a great experience.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you. You're a man of valor, right? You serve the country, you serve people. You're full of crap. So
what?
You're full of crap. You take your one bad experience. Look, we get jaded, we get pooped on, peed on, well, not like all the time. So you get one bad experience to dictate how you push your brand. Because look, you're soon with helping others that you don't even do it for yourself, and now you got a whole site dedicated to how can I make you faster, better, make more money. That's what every time I talk to you, the three things you say to me: more efficient, make more money, make it easier.
Well, I mean, I'm glad we're having this conversation, man. Because this is real talk, and this is like on that business owner / entrepreneur, right? Because there's a little bit of a difference between the two, right? Aspect of it, and you're absolutely right, man. I think a lot of times it comes down to time, but for me, it's more so I don't like the unfinished, or unrefined, right? Yeah, I don't like unrefined. For everybody else, it's fine.
Yeah, we launched a brand with no towels. We had no labels. For Pete's sake, Jamie used the word neat, broke the internet. Right, we couldn't ship stuff on time. Still, right now, if you ordered during the sale, you're just in the queue to be shipped. Just shipping, right?
Yeah,
like it's like Bell South. Do you remember Bell South? In my opinion, by the way, because they'll sue me. They'll come out of the grave and I'll get a lawsuit. Bell South. The reason they were crippled, right, is because everyone around them was changing their technology and streamlining how they were doing the phone, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, we got to launch when it's perfect. Launch when it's perfect. They never launched. They spent billions of dollars never launching stuff. So if you have perpetual delayed perfection, you'll never be in front of people to help you make those changes.
And that's something that you're right. First of all, right? You preaching. Number two, I think you are touching somebody right now, right? you touching me, but I think there's other people that needed to hear this as well. If letting good be the enemy. And letting great be the enemy to good, right? And I think that's probably what I have suffered, is, how many videos I've shot that's in the camera right now that, I never release because I'm like, I don't like the lighting. I don't like this. I don't like that, right? So I probably overthink it, and nitpick it and versus just getting out there and just putting yourself out and also be real. Now, I will give you a little insight, which, I laugh and I joke, right? But you can't tell everybody everything. You get what I'm saying?
No, I learned that lesson. Like the transparency comes with the dissonance, right? So
that's right.
I learned that lesson. So we don't tell anybody. Look, people want to know what we want to know. I'm like, in my mind, I'm done. Me and Jimmy already talked about this. I gave you enough. Next thing you'll be sleeping with my wife. Like you'll see. That's it. We're done.
So you'll see feet pics. You want social
right.
What else you want? What else do you want from us?
And that's a lesson we didn't know because I'm so like used to just
a WYD,
we have nothing to hide. We have nothing to hide. So we're just very upfront. But Mark Twain said continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection.
That's true.
So you can't we learned that. We learned you can't do this. We learned we don't say nothing. People ask, like, I don't owe you nothing. The information I gave you was me trying to give you. I don't owe you anything. Like for me, I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Deep pics.
For you though, you never know how far you could go unless you just let it ride.
Yeah.
Because we got the best feedback ever was the crap we put out. I'm talking about labels suck. So we heard, Jamie and I said, I think it was like 7 months back and forth arguing. No, that's good enough. To him, it's good enough, but the person down the street might not be. And we sat there and rewrote the labels. And then we hired ChatGPT for $20 a month, ran that through ChatGPT, made it easier to run. And then we had to get design was bad. Like you wouldn't get these things that people wanted unless you did it. Our first initial T.O.R run wasn't what he wanted. He thought our first batch that we got, the samples, like we got honey dick. That's just how it feels, right?
Like match. It happens.
Yes, there's lessons you learn, but we had to continually learn those lessons. So holding on to perfection while the world doesn't see it, you'll never improve.
Yeah, I mean, and there's been times where I think I've jumped, and we talked about this, I think, on our first cast together, right? Where we had some failures, and I don't call my losses anymore. I call them my learnings, right? Because every misstep or every lack thereof success, I think I've learned, from that, right? And I've gained something from that. So I am looking towards future. I actually was talking to someone the other day, and he's a videographer, right? And he told me, he says, man, why don't you do more, videos? I'm like, and he said, and then the videos that I have seen from you, right? You seem more corporate, you seem to be holding back, right? And I was like, oh, really? He said, yeah, because like, you right now talking, it was just two of us and the three of us in the room. You like, you slapping backs, you punching, air pumps, you're doing this, you're animated, you're excited and you're passionate, but you seem to be holding back. I'm like, well, in my head, how it usually works is that I think somebody's going to come in and watch this video at 3 minutes and 29 seconds, and then they'll get, I'm laughing hard, or I said something funny, or done something, and they don't get the context, of that. Yep. You get what I'm saying? And so, the internet, it lasts forever. Everything you do.
Yeah, but it's not. It's the journey. So it's not like, oh, they. Look how Cam started. No one cares. They just care where you're at right now. Mm-hmm. Where you're at right now, it's Casper, Ghosts. Where you at?
Oh, I wouldn't say that, bro. I wouldn't say that. I'm kind of my opinion. I'm kind of a big deal on Ohio Drive. So I'm
Ohio Drive. We need you to be a big deal in the United States. Carlos loves you. The internet loves you.
Like, yeah.
Exactly. Authenticity. Yeah, that's what we found out through our year of marketing for other brands. We bring brand in and we fly them to Eddie's and we start to get to know them and then turn the camera on, and sometimes people transform into a person who's not them, and we're like, hold on, take a breath. Mm-hmm. Let's just you just talked us through this off camera, no problem, and it was awesome. Just do the same thing. Just be yourself. Yeah. Do this. You know this. You know what you know. Just translate that. Just the camera's on. So it can be a skill you have to learn, but the authenticity will come through.
Yeah, that goes back to me. That goes back, Jay, when we were talking the other day. Remember, I said, like, I don't want to come on to your to the podcast and only when I got something to sell. I mean, I always have something to sell.
And what did I tell you? Not at all. Who cares?
Yeah. No, but he said, "Come on,
buy when they want to buy. They don't. You don't buy when they want to buy. Patterns.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. But well, I think once you in the authenticity sales, someone just posted in the chat, and I think that's why we've been successful. Why I'm successful in real life, if you will, in person. Let's say it that way, right? Is that when folks come in into our location or I'm talking with somebody on the phone or whatever, right? That's a real me, and I don't have any pretension. I want, my first goal is to help people, right? And so when I started talking about the coatings, right, I really wanted, my goal with these two new ones, and we got some other stuff that's coming as well, but I wanted to, number one, bring my experience of detailing for the past almost 20 years, doing it professionally, into the products. Not to say that drive products never embodied that, right? But I'm a car enthusiast, and when people come and talk to me, I'm gonna always tell them, hey, if I had your car, if this is my car, this is what I would do, right? I'm not gonna try to sell you this.
Now, that would
just
be a
because
good
of that.
episode for YouTube. If I had your car, this is what I would use.
Yeah.
So if I had a Ford Focus, bring a Ford. Look, I'm throwing rocks in the river. I need you to start rippling, dog, because we've been waiting. We've been waiting for Cam to come out. Right. So it'll be great to see your fast process of how to wash, clean, seal car. You already have a package about that on the site. I'd love to see you do your infinite ceramic with easy spray, or then re-up, or whatever you want to use. I think at this time, right? Like you say you like serving people. Martin Luther King said, everyone can be great because everyone serves, but you got to serve yourself first. The chef has to eat. The chef has to eat.
Yeah.
You cooking for everybody, right? You cooking for everybody, but you got to eat.
Man, in the back in the green room, we were just talking about that, weren't we? I said you got to save yourself, right? First thing is you got to do. You can't any help to anybody until unless you're saving yourself, right? So you put the mask on first, right? Then you put it on everybody else, right? But exactly, man. And yes, I do all right. I sell. Can we be doing better in our sales and our in our marketing effort? The shit is good, right? And it bubbles up on the street. But getting through to the larger markets, that has taken some time. And I appreciate you, recognizing and
you're
and
just too good
about
to stay silent. It's like having the Kevin Hart of detailing, not detail. Like, not because you're black.
Because I'm short.
You read the chat.
Short. That's what it is.
No, read the chat. Read the chat. The chat was like, Cam's on. They were waiting for you to say your punchline. They were waiting for you to do this and that. They already know, man. Like, the people are waiting. They've been waiting a year plus sometime.
Yeah. But no, we good, man. And so what I like to do is share my story in person, right? And hopefully I can start doing a better job on that. Thank you, Alex. Yep, that's good. Yeah, we should get together and film together.
Every time you come here and do a dumpster,
when was the last time you did a dumpster, Cam? Just a straight trash can, bad car.
Maybe I know it's been within the past year. I've been since the past year where it had, it had, and see, that's another thing about it. See, that's the kind of shit that I wouldn't post.
Yeah, because it attracts.
That's right.
Trash attracts more.
Or a fucking raccoon. One of the two.
Yep.
Right? One of the two.
100%.
I don't want no more fucking raccoons. I don't need no more fucking trash. Right? What I do to get by, that's what I do, but I do it in private.
Yep, don't say nothing.
I don't say nothing to nobody. What you doing?
Exactly right.
Nothing.
Yep.
Oh,
it's the truth. It's true. That's what the internet loves, though. They love to see the disasters.
No, I mean, that's just not me. I mean, that's not how I am in real life in my business, because I know that don't make money. And I tell customers come in here, they come in with all these preconceived, notions because they're on the internet. And I'm like, it's a dangerous place out there. You better be careful what you're clicking on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's a lot of bad information, this and that, but yeah, no, anyway, man, our products are designed to help the detailer have a better quality of life. That at the end of the day, right? Yes, yep. Cam needs his money. Yes, Cam, is looking, forward to the, to moving up and to more success. And I appreciate you guys and all your support, for helping me get, helping Drive get to this point. As well, all supporters. And don't forget, and just because it was Eddie who said this, right? He says, okay, go ahead and sell. Just do your sales thing. So my sales thing is that we got a couple promos going on for you guys. If you use the promo codes launch25, when you are purchasing, if you want to purchase a G7 Pro 50 mil, the CX Pro, or the GX Lite. We haven't even talked about the G7 or the GX Lite, but you get 25% off of those. And our AIO 30 is our bomb as all-in-one polishes. You get 30% off of those.
Now that polishes. Me and Jamie talked about it a few times. We're like
if you want to dive right in a drive and try really one of the best on the market easily, in my opinion, number one is Infinite Gloss.
Primer polish is nuts.
Primer polish. It's nuts.
Nuts.
It's insane.
Yeah, well, the ceramic
At
polish.
first, I thought it was fillers. Cam, I was like, "Oh, this is fillers." So I would polish it, panel prep it,
Yeah,
and
real
I would
cut.
use it's
Yeah, it's
a
not
real
afraid of the
cut.
panel
It's a
prep.
real
Yep,
cut.
yep, yep.
It's a real
It's a
cut,
real cut.
and it's a real and it's a real primer. I've gotten some guys who hit me up on email and talk shit about this and that, and like I say to them, I tell anybody else, motherfucker, I'm not hard to find. You're right. I'm here in this motherfucking shop about 14, 15 hours a day. Come by, come and see me. I bet you we work something out. I bet you we do. Right?
There you go.
But it's real. And the predecessor, don't sleep on that. The predecessor, the good perp of just the infinite gloss all in one. That's our original design. Going to have a little bit less cut, and it's going to be more of a.
Let's talk about this so they see it. First of all, he's probably the only. Yeah, see, support the brown guy. All right, so here we go. We go exterior. We go to polishes. This can be used as a primer polish on one step.
That's so good.
It's just wild. Insane.
Yeah. And I was just talking to you now. We don't make any pads. We're not like you guys. We ain't all fancy as of yet. In the accessory world. But using the ceramic all-in-one is great if you want to do a light pass. You're going to try to get some light correction. However, it really shines as a secondary / primer polish, right? So if you use your favorite compound, right? There's a few there that we sell, of course. But if you use your favorite compound and then use our ceramic all-in-one, right, as your secondary step, there's a really good pad. What is it? Shine Mate pad. Yeah, a Shine Mate red foam pad, right? We don't sell them here, but I got a stack of them that we use here in our own shop.
Yeah, but you're kind of underselling this because this cuts. This is a true one.
It does. I'm just saying. If you really
I
want
ain't
to
never
shine,
worried about the pad, Cam. I just know this is gonna work. Look, you know what works even better, Cam? That Detail Co Blueberry and that Detail Co Wool pad. Look, that's the money makers right there.
I need to check that out.
You do need to check that out, Cam. We'll send you some pads. You send us some gloss, and we'll work something out. All right?
Well, yeah, we work something. I bet you we do.
That's right. That's right.
I can't walk. I got a question.
You need a towel? Because I'll send you a towel.
I'll send you a towel too, Cam.
Hey, I got room on the racks.
Cam, I got questions here, right? So I had a guy message me because I did that video. It says infused with SI2 resin, long lasting protection, 6 to 9 months. They're kind of put off saying, whoa, is this like AIO? Can I coat it right over it? This is you can coat right over it. Mm-hmm. You just have to panel prep the surface first, then do your cut, and you only do the panel prep to get all the residue, all the oils off before you cut. You let it sit on the panel for as long as you can. The longer the better. You come back and wipe.
Well, yeah, exactly. And so I think what his question may be is like, okay, if it lasts 6 to 9 months without any topper, without that base coating or something like that, then will the product be evaporating, right, while the coating's on top? Am I thinking that's the right question?
Yeah, because you're like, well, how can this be a primer polish when it doesn't say it on your site?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? Thank you. I need to chat GPT that. You're right. It's a primer. It's definitely a primer polish. But so when you actually lay down the ceramic all-in-one, the whatever ceramic coating that you are going to apply, because you're going to do it right after, right? It blends with the bottom layer of that of the AIO, if that makes sense, right? So I call it marrying. It marriages, the top coating, whatever that you're going to apply to it, right?
So we broke down. Yeah. We got more stuff to cover, Cam. So we broke down CX Pro. This is making detailers' life easier because it's going to last. It's going to make maintenance easier.
Exactly.
It's going to keep you good for many years to come.
Long durability.
We got the G7.
It's a graphene, right? It's a
graphene.
It's a graphene blended. It does have some SiO2 and polysiloxane in there. And just the real quick, the backstory on this, it's like, you were just talking about the perpetual improvement, right?
Yeah, continuous improvement delays perpetual.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, we took lessons, man. I'm constantly, because unlike other coating brands, and I'm not throwing nobody's name out there, whatever, but we do this shit I still do this shit for a living. So detailing wise, I do other shit, but detailing, we see I get to see our products in use and extend it, extend over extended periods of time. We had a previous version of our graphene coating, and we just recognized, or I recognized, that it was requiring more wear. I mean, it was requiring more maintenance, right, over time versus our ceramic coating, which was pretty stout. And I had mentioned to you guys before, how we came across the base for the CX is actually going back in time. So what we did is to help improve the wear resistance of the graphene, which is great for jetting effect and great for slickness and great for the slickness and gloss. However, it's not the most not forcibly, that's the wrong term. It doesn't aggressively protect like a SiO2. Right, so the polysiloxane was added to give it that extra, along the lines of durability, and it also does include some new resins as well, but not on the same level as the CX Pro. So the solvents.
So this one, these two, you're saying almost the same chemical makeup. This just has graphene.
Almost same. Yeah. Yeah. So ceramic SiO2 is the base and graphene is the base. But they both contain polysiloxane, and the solvents in them are similar but a little bit different. The solvents in the CX Pro are a bit stronger, right? And so they burn off a lot faster as well. While like I said, the G7 gives you a little bit more flexibility when you're laying it down.
So walk us through this then. So you told us about
great one.
You told us about your two coatings, your industrial, your CX7. Industrial, again, for everyone
G7.
Watching or just coming in, is for those cars that are going to get beat up in areas of that they're just going to go through wear and tear, right?
Yeah.
Sit outside.
G7. I was talking to somebody else here. I think it might have been Carlos. I was telling him that G7 will probably be the detailers, the regular car detailer, his go-to, right? While the CX will be more maybe aircraft, some industrial
pickup trucks,
lifted trucks, ATVs, that kind of stuff, right? So I would say Air probably goes to G7, probably goes to slickness and looks, right, over the CX Pro. And then we have our GX Lite. Now, this one has not officially been launched, but it's been around for about a year. Haven't done a whole lot around it, but it's an amazing coating. It just basically took our GX Pro and simplified it, right? So GX Pro was, Eddie, I think you tested it before. I love the look, of the GX Pro. It's a bit overly complicated as far as the formula wise. And so this is also overly complicated, very well engineered. However, it's in a spray format and it's a lot easier to install. So this is our 1 to 2 year spray coating, and it's great as a standalone for your express jobs, right? If you want to hit it with ceramic or ceramic AIO polish, and then follow up with a quick layer of GX Lite, you in and out that mofo in a couple of hours, right?
And it flashes too, right? Walk us through what the look you get when you apply, because you can do it.
Oh man, oh dude, it's so good. It's so deep. Like especially if you're working with darker colors, dark grays, blues, reds, blacks, man, you're going to see a big difference in that color, right? Oh yeah, and also GX Lite is super flexible in that it can be used on interiors and exteriors. So as long as you prep your interior panels, you prep your leather, you prep your dashboards, whatever plastics and carbon fibers and piano blacks, it all works on the inside as well. So you're going to see, less fingerprints and smudges on that piano black. The ink stains are going to come off the leather a lot easier. And it's quick, fast, and easy to use. And, at how much is it on there again? I forgot. Is it? I don't want to say too low or too high, but it's a great value because out of that 80 mil, right, you can get 7 cars.
That's pretty cheap. $69.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap. And you got 2 sprayers. That's pretty cheap.
Oh yeah. So I spent the early ones, right? We spent good money on some nice ass sprayers, and them some bees didn't even last. You leave them in there, right, dude? Yeah, they toast. Right. And so I said, fuck that, so dude, you don't even know. I got with the plastic supplier and I ordered up a gang of loose fingertip sprayers. I'm like, get over it. Just spray it,
Yeah.
I'll throw
sure.
2 or 3 in there, right? And so they're kind of disposable. But if you did want to clean out your sprayer, if you got one of the ones that had the nice sprayer, right, you need to run it through a little bit of alcohol. So a little alcohol, 70 to 90%, 91% is better. But just put your dip tube in there and click the sprayer until
I'm a no cap though. No matter what you do, they're bricked. So once you use it,
yeah.
Don't sell the internet on fibs. All right, they're
they are.
That's why you got 3. That's why you got 3.
I spent all that money on them too, and I think that was what's bad. But yeah, GX Lite is super versatile. It works on everything: paint, glass, wheels, trim, goes everywhere. Very hydrophobic. It works on PPF, vinyl wraps, matte. It works on everything. So, and it's great topper. Like we were talking about, Jamie. I had someone who was hitting me up and was talking about the slickness versus our C5 Pro and our CX Pro. And while CX Pro durability is going to be forecast to be a lot more durable than the C5, I do understand that to an average customer, they want to touch it, feel it, lick it, all that kind of stuff. So if that's your case, if you want to add slickness in the CX Pro, just top it 1 hour after 1 hour with the GX Lite, and it will blow your mind because you're going to get that. Yeah, you're going to get that. That more of a matrix effect, right, in the look. So you're going to have the pop and the depth.
Boom. There you go. Let's blow through some questions, Cam. Wrap this bad boy up. They're racking up over here on the. I'm assuming multiple applicators means multiple leveling towels from J Farm. So going back to the CX Pro, how many applicators and towels are you going through on one installation? With CX
I would
Pro?
say one installation, two applicators. We're talking about Suburban Escalade, right? Right. One, two applicators and probably like 4 towels.
Yeah, but charge accordingly because look, this coating on the black truck, I'm still mesmerized by how it looked. It was like chrome. Yeah. Chrome. And all I did was because your sheet you sent me said use my stuff. Don't use your own product. I bought all Cam, let the internet know that I bought the rest of the stuff for that video. All you sent me was the coatings. I paid for everything. Everything in that video, I paid.
Okay.
I
finish your questions, Jamie. Finish your questions. These are good. Okay, go ahead. I got a 3-minute comment, but
Chris, tell us about the Good Graphene and the other maintenance products.
Man. I'll pull the site up.
So Good is fire. It's remember, Good is going to be great as a drying aid. It gets slept on as a drying aid, but we never touch a car after washing without Good. No, we don't. Right? Good is great for conditioning your towel.
Where the heck is it?
It's under the washes/detail spray.
I'm confused, dude.
Yeah, right. There you go. It's great as a drying aid and also as a light detailer. Now you got to understand what the graphene is there for. It's not a long-term maintenance. It is there for more gloss, slickness, and some hydrophobic properties, but not durability. So it works on coated and non-coated vehicles. R.I.P. detail.
He said, "Do not use your trash with my coatings." Go to the website.
He was like, "Don't use your trash. Don't use your product." I want the internet to know he sponsored the coating for the truck. I bought the rest,
and then he sent a sheet.
I bought the rest. The sheet
Stop
said,
the cap.
The sheet said,
I logged into my account. I logged into my account. Look, I'm gonna log into my account. Someone lying.
Don't do it.
Okay, I was about to say,
Jimmy.
bro.
Go, Jamie. Finish up.
Oh, man.
Okay,
so,
good. You have plenty of other maintenance products out there from our Flex ceramic washes. We got Re-Up. We talked about that before, and videos been out there about that. Rapid Coat, same thing. There's videos out there. But yeah, good is exceptional. We can't keep it in stock. We sell a ton of it.
Yep. Just going back to the hybrid soaps too.
Yeah,
we had one of the first.
BDBs, fire.
BDBs.
Yeah, fire.
What's that? Spray wax. What is that?
Oh, this one right here is
this
one right. Oh, this one or this one. So what's up with all these waxes? I'll get rid of this.
Yep.
And keep this.
Get rid of those and keep this.
No, get rid of this. The rest keep. This is nuts. This right here.
Did you finally got around to it?
Well, you told me to put it on the truck. So
yeah. Oh,
I put lightning. Yeah, I put lightning on one side to see if it was gonna suck at it, and then I put this on the other side. And this one that had it, I was like, oh, okay, it got slicker.
Yep.
I waited until it haze, like you said, because you want to wait until it hazes.
Yep.
And it's like a weird haze because it kind of wants a rainbow, but it's like a haze. I don't know how to explain it. And then I wiped it slick. I was like, Gucci, I'm done. You're good.
Yeah. Well, so that's 13% SiO2. It's really more like a what do you call it? Like a ceramic wax, right? Because it's going to give you that look of a wax, and it goes on. It feels like a wax, right? But what you want to do is you just want to make sure that you let it haze. Don't wipe it off too early, or it will get kind of streaky.
No, it hazed, and I had me worried because I was like, I hope this comes off because I'm gonna be real pissed if I get nazioled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Get nazioled.
Nazioled. Slick auto styling. So is it a primer polish or a maintenance polish? I think it can be both. Huh?
It's both.
Yeah.
So what we like to do as far as our maintenance regimen, right? So if we ceramic coat a client's car, they come back in once a year for a tune-up, okay? And so if they're going to take it through the fucking car wash, you know that it's going to the dealer, right? Other detailers are going to touch it. You feel me? Right. And so it's going to have fine scratches, going to have some light marring, that kind of stuff. We like to use the ceramic all-in-one as a maintenance polish because it will remove those light scratches that are in the surface of the coating. Remember, most of the damage is going to be in the coating, right? Not on the car. That's what the coating is there for, right? So we like to use the ceramic polish to level those down and then fills in those micro Mars with the SiO2. Okay, and in your back, and then you could top it with some GX, and then we tell her, we say, we see you in another year.
So I'm using the blueberry pad for the initial primer polish, kind of my one-step primer polish, and then for the maintenance polish coming back, using a jeweling pad. What's your favorite?
Yeah, I would go with the jeweling pad on that, right? Because our effort is not to cut the coating. Our effort is just to, scrape the top.
So no pressure, no pressure.
No pressure. No, I'm telling you, when you try it out, like, I know you guys have your line, but if y'all have something similar, right?
I made a whole video of your line that I bought.
Whoa. Okay. Stop the cap.
We ain't got no infinite.
Yeah.
Look, we infinite.
I got infinite. Hey, I got infinite. I bought that mug. I have it on deck every time.
Well, you know what? I'm about to. Okay, after the show, I'm going to get my detail code owner. Y'all got a promo code? You got a pro?
No, we're just gonna send it to you, bro. We're gonna send you the whole thing so that way you can know what good is.
We ain't got no infinite. That's for dang sure.
No, we got nothing. I wish we did, dude.
Conway. Speaking of Conway, look, we repping Conway, all right? CS Auto Tech in the house. Eddie and Cam, what are your 3 to 4 main products I need to try out? All right, top 3, Cam. What are they getting?
Ooh, man. So are we? Do most of our guys here in the chat?
3 or 4. 3 or 4. You get 3 or 4.
Yeah, are most of them polishers? I mean, we are polishing.
No, right? No, you get to pick if I was talking, you were talking to my dad, and he's like, "Mira, Cam, yo quiero saber que tú ibas a comprar." You're gonna tell him the 3 or 4 things.
Infinite gloss ceramic, that's probably number 1. Maintenance beady beads, right, and quick stuff. I'd say good, and right. And why I say these, because those are accessible to everybody. Everybody can use those and have fun with them. If you start getting into the coatings, it's going to be a little bit more nuanced and how, what's my skill level and all that kind of stuff.
What's the one coating?
Oh, one coating? G7 right now. Yeah, G7. Oh, yeah.
I'm going Bucket Naked Wash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going the AIO.
Yeah,
and I'm going their tire dressing. I think it's called Evo Shine tire dressing. That one slaps. Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna hit up the hybrid wash ceramic, the yellow that smells like banana.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, the yellow one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was about to say, Cam, one of the original hybrid wash type products on the market for quite a while now. Foam it, you can use as rinseless, whichever one you choose.
The cool thing is you can actually dry foam like frothy, and because it has humectants in it, and you can actually do a towel wipe.
Yep. Beautiful.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that one. Great question.
What are the performance values of your coatings, gloss slickness, water hydrophobics, longevity, chemical resistance?
Good question.
What do you think your top performance values are?
Well, okay. So specifically on the chemical resistance longevity, that's why CX Pro was created, right? The hydrophobics are already there. I couldn't get out of that, but the slickness and the gloss were kind of afterthoughts, maybe, right? G7, you got all that, right? The C5 Pro, it's going to be more on the looks. It's going to be your daily drivers. People want it to look good, shiny as fuck, slick as fuck, and
demonetized 90 times during this episode.
I didn't even check the box this episode.
When Cam comes on, we didn't even check the box. Cam,
I already knew.
Now you know why I don't do this YouTube.
I love you. I know. Listen,
No,
Cam. I'm gonna be honest. Never change who you are because this is why people love you. You are who you are.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and then if you do boats, I got guys who have tried the Seal and they come back with the CX Pro. Like we had one the other day. He's like, dude, CX Pro was good, but I'm still rocking with the Seal. And I'm like, man, we're in the family. You in the family.
Seal was wild. I remember the first time you came out with that, you sent it to me. We put it on that CX Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
You remember?
I do.
Yeah.
What's the rainbow wipe off? Well, there's
what's the install process? Does it sweat, haze, rainbow?
Can I start from the back to the front?
Yeah,
I know that's not what we normally do, but right. We would start with GX Lite. Start with GX Lite. So
he's out.
I had to go. Go ahead, bro.
All right. I'm gonna wrap it up.
No, we got a lot. Go ahead.
Yeah. So GX Lite, right? You can apply it and leave it the whole fucking car. Come back, 2 towels, only 2 towels, 1 level and 1 buff, and you're done. You're done, right? We done it indoors, outdoors, high humidity, whatever. It still comes off like butter, right? Still protected. Okay. The other ones, they're a little bit different, for each user. So C5 Pro is probably our easiest coating, our pro coating to use. CX Pro is probably
they were all easy to use. Like even the industrial was simple.
Yeah, well, I'm fine. I'm glad more people are coming along, catching up with me. If I can say that, it's that when we're professionals, like we call professional tools, right? And so, I wouldn't give an impact hammer, drill, right, to a novice. I give them a regular drill. It might take them a couple of days to get through it, but if you're a pro, you want the pro stuff and to get it done faster. That's all.
Boom. Next question. Hey, the polish is trim friendly.
Yes, both of our all-in-one polishes are trim friendly, and they do protect and remove stains and oxidation from your plastic, texture plastic, and or anodized or nickels and all that kind of trim. Even chrome too, everything.
That's true.
Paint, glass, wheels, you can use it everywhere.
So the flash chime, everyone, just so you're aware, his new pro coatings are 1 hour get wet. The Lite, you need to put some respect on it. It's kind of like any spray coating. You want to give it like 3 to 4 hours before you get it wet. Don't wash it for the 7 days.
Yep.
Just in case you're wondering, I thought it was Instabond. He never said that.
Yeah, not for the GX Lite. That's and you hence the term Lite, not Pro. Okay, so
we gotta be explicit because then people do it and then they get it wet in an hour and get frustrated.
Right. If you decide to like top like CX Pro, if you decide to top it with GX Lite, it now takes on the cure time of the GX Lite because that's going to be what's the top surface is going to be most exposed. So, well, there you go.
Slick. Why is Beady Beads hydrocoat slicker than baby oil?
Cam laugh is wild, dude. Cam, bro. I'm telling you, it's time, dude. It's time.
Because my good friend P Diddy, we worked out a little formula for that.
Oh my god.
He was like, oh my lord, dude, it's too soon.
Hang on, did he beat the case?
I don't know. He still got. I don't know. I'm not saying nothing.
I don't know. I don't stay update.
No,
me and Diddy got together.
No, it's actually a water-based. It's a water-based formula, right? So it's super easy, super slick. And you know, we got guys who are, you know, I'm a big preacher of express detailing, right? I like those, you know, those quick, you know, $300 to $700 jobs. We can get in about 4 or 5 hours. We can get out, right? We give the customer exactly what they pay, well, more than what they pay for, typically, more value. But the system is great for detailers and it's great for customers. So that BDBs was kind of designed for like our base, our bottom layer. It's like in our, if you were to come to our express detailing course, we kind of talk about that a bit more. How about keeping it simple? Just have 3 different packages, you know, all that. And BDBs is like our first level of recommended package for our customers in the express detailing menu. That's all. So that's why I created that one.
Boom. Look, here's a good one. Good one. Get ready, Cam. You ready? Is this brand ever coming to the house?
All right, let's tell you a story here. Story time. So that was a year ago. I was like, "Hey, Cam.
Yeah.
Cam, look me in the face.
Entanglements.
You know I ain't lying." I was
this
like,
is a motherfucking red table now, ain't it? Just red table. It's an entanglement.
Tell it all the
Entanglement.
secrets. Tell it all the secrets.
I was like, Cam,
But I'm free now.
I was like, Cam, I mean, we were like to carry you on the house. You're like, that's a good idea. Let me get back to you. That happened a year ago.
Yeah.
And to get it back to you was the thumbs up.
The thumbs up. It was
Yeah. No,
the ghost emoji.
I gave you. So mine is, I know I kind of skipped over the walnut color. So
he was like, thumbs up.
Yeah, I went all the way dark. Right.
I'm hoping one of these days we could work it that, because I'm all about like, I mean, we were told no by Ethos too. So I'm not, I'm not ashamed to say we were told no, but I know you were building your dream, right? So you had your thoughts, your ideas that you were working on, and you couldn't make decisions then. So I guess a roundabout way where maybe, I don't know.
I mean, like, let's frame it, right? You know, let's frame it. Yeah, right here, right? You know, so in the process, you know, like last time I actually came on the show, we were talking about we were franchising, right? And I had alluded to one of those things that, you know, this is, you know, open, you know, I'm being open, I should say. You know, this is one of those things where I took it as an L, you know, and I took it as a learning, right? I was still going through that process at the time. So if we were going to be doing our franchises that we just I couldn't openly allow another distributor for something that our franchisee was going to be selling. Do you understand what I'm saying? But now we're cleared out of that, and we're back on the open market, you know. And I turned the app back on, right? So I'm swiping right.
Oh, yo, he downloaded it again. He's hunting.
I knew you wanted to start courting when I got that box in the mail. I was like, he's alive?
I know. I just got coding showing up. I'm like, what in the world's going on here? Then we get a hey fellas in a group chat.
You know what?
Old times.
Don't do that. You know I'm not like that. But no,
you were busy. I know you. No, to be honest, because I like to play. I'm kidding. He did say to me at the beginning, "Hey guys, I cannot at this moment because I am locked up in some other things I want to do for the future of Drive." And you said whenever that does occur, we'll talk again. So it's not that he said no. He just said no for now until I find out. So it wasn't like, no, we can't. I don't want to work with you guys. He never said that. So I just want to make sure that doesn't come off.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate the question though. And, you know, I don't often use this term, I should say. Right. But we got, you understand? Right. So we are a distinct community, you know, within the detailing community. And I think that we need to help one another. I see so much banging and, you know, stuff going across about this is better, that's better, whatever. I'm like, whoever you like, whatever brand that, because it's really about personality. So whatever personality that brand resonates with you, I say do that. Do that, right? It doesn't make that person that owns that brand, that developed that brand or whatever, right? It doesn't, that doesn't have anything to do with it. If you like something, then, you know, you buy it, because I think most of the people that buy our stuff, just, they like the idea of Drive, and they like what I represent and what our brand represents. And so if you down with that team, I say, then come on. And I'm down with Thor, and, you know, like, these are my day ones, you know, for real. for real. And so it ain't no love lost. I've seen these dudes blow up, man, and I'm so happy for you guys, your guys' success, dude.
We said someone asked me a question that I think was profound.
Sure.
Why would I want to come to Thor? There's so many of this kind of stuff, and I was like, we don't see it as you competing with anybody. It's just offering it. You're an offering. When you go to Thor, it's an offering. You buy what you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea, right? The world has come together in one place. I know this sounds corny as heck, but I'm like, legit. We have like Japan, we have Korea, we have the USA, we have the UK, Australia. We got all these brands, and just get whatever you want in just one place. Just that's all it is. It's not meant to say one thing's better than the other. It's meant to say we allowed you to shop at one place to get what you want.
Yeah, I mean, if we were all sitting at a table right now with with the little low lighting, they would call us the Illuminati, right? Because you guys have come up with
we get called cults now. We're called a cult.
Yeah, a cult. You're right. No, you guys have been successful, man. And you put the plan in place and you worked it. And I think that we've all seen the progress. And like we were talking before about your shipping and everything like that, dude. Those are just part of the process. That's shit to work through. That's new opportunity.
Well, it's one of those things too. Like,
yes, sir.
I'm glad that we can have open, candid conversations because Jamie said this. Jamie came the first time I met Jamie in real life. He was sick, so it's always a game with me saying he's probably sick tonight. He looked tired, so
I'm good.
It's always a game with me to make fun of him. But the first thing he said to me is like, the best brands under one house. That was the dream, right? The dream of our Thor was like, how can we get better towels? And then how can we have it so everything you see on YouTube you can buy our house? And that's just the dream of what is Thor. There's some things that we're always improving. I think shipping, you can't predict because we even thought about, do we do a Labor Day sale? Do we not? You remember?
Yeah, we almost skipped it.
Yeah,
and it became the biggest sale of the year.
Freaking massive! Like, did we know we were gonna get like 1,600 orders in 3 days?
The Labor Day sale was like, all right, let's just do this real quick.
1,900 total because orders kept coming.
Yeah.
And then
prep
I'm
for
like,
the birthday sale, thinking that's
now
gonna
we're
be
like,
the big one.
Now the next time me and Jamie are talking every morning because we talk every morning to the whole team, and we're like, do we do a birthday sale when we're still behind 8 days, 10 days? We're just gonna cut a cake on live and then say, happy birthday, everybody.
Yeah, all right, bye. We'll see you on the next one. So anyway, let's get back to some Drive Auto questions. We'll continue this conversation going forward with old Drive, though. We'll keep Cam on his toes.
Yeah, Drive's like one of those girls that you wanted to date, but she went off to college.
Like I said, we ain't got no infinite in the house.
No, we need it.
We need it.
We thirsty.
We need that infinite. Yep. All right, speed round, Cam. Let's get through. Any sheeting properties to any of your coatings?
Sheeting properties. Ooh.
None of your.
Sheeting, right? So if you're looking for great sheeting, I would. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. No, we hear you.
You guys got me?
Yeah. How you gonna have a Rolex and not?
Oh, okay. All right. You look like you guys froze up. Okay. On sheeting, like we're just talking about the ceramic rejuvenator. Now, we're just talking about the ceramic rejuvenator. That is a great spray. It's a water-based. I'm not sorry, but it's a light ceramic that is going to be great for the areas where you have hard water, right? So if you live in an area that has hard water, you're doing your washing and all that kind of stuff, you want to use ceramic rejuvenator as your maintenance on your coating because it's going to bead and sheet, right? And like our rapid coat, BDBs, re-up, those are mega beaters, right? When you're experiencing hard water, that's the last thing you want is the beading factor. That starts to work against you, right? So you want to use a product, our rejuvenator, to maintain your coating from that standpoint because that one is going to bead and then it's going to release and sheet. So.
Boom. Adrian wants to know, where's Drive manufactured? You made in Texas or what?
Right here in the U.S.
In the USA. That's right. He ain't got to go deeper than that.
Hit me like a wreck.
If I can tell you, on our side of the street, Cam, they want to know our underwear color. They want to know.
They know my sister. My sister wore yesterday. My wife's here. You want to know the whole
thing. GX Lite, towel application or applicator?
Oh, 100%. I'm pro applicator block. Or I do like the coating saver blocks for all of our coatings. And
then why not put one of those things on there, Cam? Why not put like a one of those coating cores? Yeah.
What I found with that is you tend to use too much, when you're dropping there, because like literally one spray is enough to do a whole freaking hood, right? Once your pad is saturated, it goes a long way, right?
Nice.
You can do it. We do have guys that actually do the splash onto the applicator there, but I also like the auto fiber coating block with the sheets.
Oh yeah,
right. That's great for our rapid coat, not rapid coat, but our E-coat and our GX Lite. Those are great applicators for that because they don't hold a lot of product, so it just goes on and it kind of saves you a bit too.
You flabbergasted everybody when you said coat the whole car and then wipe off.
Yeah, coat the whole car and then wipe it off. Now, right. if you want to let it sit for a minute or two, that one. If you want to let it sit for a minute or two and wipe it off. Not that, not that one.
This,
GX Lite.
I wish somebody would take an industrial and wipe it all over and walk away and not level it.
A bad day.
I'll send you $200 if you do that to your car and walk away. You got to record it, film it, and send it to me because you screwed.
Boom, whole car. Pro coatings. Do they require anything or just labeled pro?
Ooh.
What's your opinion on pro coatings in the industry? That's a good question.
Let it go. Say
it. It's bullshit, right? It's bullshit.
I like it.
So I do believe in networking. I network people every day, right? I say, hey, I got a guy for this. I got a guy for that. That's great and fine, right? I don't want people to buy our coatings, but I'm in business as well, and I'm a manufacturer and I'm also a detailer. Right. And I've seen how these coating networks work. It's nothing more than a pump job. Right. There's a pump and dump. I'm sorry. It's a pump and dump. So they want you to buy their products, right, or their coatings, and they want you to have 11 bottles. Now, do I want you to buy our coating? Yes, I do. And I tell you, dude, if you working every day, motherfucker, don't buy one fucking bottle and come back and see me again on Friday.
Don't wait for Labor Day to buy your bottle for next weekend.
Yeah. Right. So buy the 3 bottle, right? Buy the case, whatever, right? Buy what you need. But in the end, we have a discount on our 3 bottle and our case. But having you and there's probably guys on the stream right now. I know of another shop that I'm not going to mention no names, right? But they signed a deal with the brand and they had to, like, this contract, they had to take all this shit and they just got this coating of that name brand coating just sitting there and they don't even use it anymore. They switched to another brand.
Yep.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right? Pretty cheap. That's like $100 a bottle.
That's right. Right. And that's what I came back, into this saying, now I do love helping people, but I'm not that altruistic. Cam needs his money, right? So, but I know guys are looking for deals, right? And with these particular formulas, we were able to actually simplify them. Remember, I talked about being overly engineered, and the shit is costing more now. If y'all hadn't noticed, right? I don't know on your guys' ends, but I'm getting notifications from vendors and raw materials. It's like, hey, oh yeah, what you paid last year?
Ain't flying no more.
We already got hit twice.
Prices. Yep, exactly. And so I'm pretty proud of the launch of these 2/3 new coatings. Is that they're an incredible value, right? For what you're getting, you're going to produce great results, and you're going to have a great install time. But I'm not a fan of the pump and dump that you got to sign your way, because think about it. I preach find your system and stay with it, right? So I'm not going to name all the different names, but if you like a coating, right, whether it's in the network or out of the network, stay with it. But guess what? You motherfuckers don't. Right? Because I've been putting out the fire shit for a minute, and you motherfuckers, ooh, I want to try this. Ooh, I heard so-and-so is doing that. Ooh, I like to just play with different stuff.
We like new and shiny, Cam. We like new and shiny.
Yeah, if you in the business, right? A plumber will buy whatever wrench, right? And he gets that wrench, and that's the only wrench that he'll buy, right? Only type. If it works and it fixes the toilets that he fixed, then he's not going nowhere else. But detailers are different breed, right? They're like a fucking light beer drinker, right? So okay, so Miller
Someone
Lite
said it good. Is the detail industry has entered the craft brewery section. Yeah. We're all about the craft now. Yeah.
Exactly. No Miller Lite. Okay, I drink Coors Light.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. Yeah. I just want a light beer. They move around. But if you find something that you like, like I said, I came here to have fun as well. And if we sell some coatings or whatever products, because of this, and that's all good and fine. But I'm here to help. So if our shit was, if I had something that was mediocre, right, I would tell you. And if I knew and I tried something better, I'm gonna give you my experience and say, hey, you should probably go try this. This probably might be even better, right? There's no shame. So, sorry about that.
Conway, being a serious pro in a shop, what are the tools for the pro and any requirements?
You need to have what you need to do your work. So whatever type of niche that you may be in, if you're an interior heavy niche, then you might want to have an extractor. You might want to have a steamer. If you're exterior niche and you primarily do corrections and coatings, what the fuck do I want with the extractor? I'm not trying to open the doors, right? So you're going to build your shop around, what you think that you can sell, right? So, and that's another thing too, is like, if you ever come to our classes, we talk about it a lot there. It's like, find your niche, like, where's your passion in this, right? Other than detailing cars, right? For me, it was, correcting paint, or polishing it, right? That's where I excelled at. I'm very proficient in interiors, but it's not my passion, and so if you notice, like, our interior stuff is better than average, I would say, right? But our exterior, man, that's where I spend most of my time. So that's the kind of the energy of the products that I put in there.
Yeah. Right. Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Sorry.
That's like our Detail Co line. We basically split down the middle, and like Eddie's the rinseless wash. I'm the soap. We make specific products for which one kind of favors that lane, and then we trade and go back and forth anyway. Great question. Last question, Cam. You ready for this? Cam, do you have a course on how to not burn paint?
Oh my Lord! Look, Cam, you know what happened? You didn't see it live, did you? So you had Yum Cars here, Jamie's here, Panther.
No, I didn't.
I get a Tundra to come in, and then I'm cutting with the rotary, and then we're just doing the whole thing, and then Nick's behind me coming out and finishing out with a DA. Well, ask Jamie. The pad was flat. I get to the part of the bumper on the Tundra. Pad is flat, by the way. I wasn't lifting. I was flowing with the edge, because if you look, the edge was just flat this way. Rips off the paint.
It delaminated. It was a plastic bumper, rear bumper of what was that?
Toyota? You said Tundra?
Tundra, yeah. Plastic bumper on a Toyota. Delaminated that mug right off.
well, I mean, I gotta say that I'm feel sorry for you that it happened live, and people.
No, I owned it because I did it. It's a lesson.
Yeah, but I
zoomed in, Cam. I got in there. I got the shot. I didn't miss the shot or nothing, Cam. I got it slow mo. It's great.
This is the only time this dude. This is what's messed up about Jamie. He isn't there until the famine hits, and he's like this. He got in. He leaned in. Cam. He leaned in. He was like, and he did the whole slow pass, the forward press, like he was some type of
forward press.
And he did the ninja walk to the left. Yeah, slow pan. He did the slow pan like this. He caught every single part. The facial expression, the burn the paint.
That's what I was about to say. You know that you put the emoji with the big crying emoji over your face.
Nah, I didn't cry about it. I
crash out.
I paid for $300 to fix it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I can, just the last question, I'll talk about that. Hey, hang on a second.
He said I polish better.
It's still a true statement. Still a true statement.
I'm just saying that It happened to
That's
you
great.
on live, YouTube, streaming. But I burn my paint in private,
Yeah.
So
Man, you're messed
I'm not
up.
lying.
Man,
I burn.
there's literally 150 people on that saw me cook this paint.
Yep,
It's glorious.
I've done. I hope he's not listening, right? Because
Time to take those meds.
but I would say it was a Toyota. I don't want to say which one because then
We're
then
too
I'll
funny.
start going to look at their cars and stuff. And so, but yeah, it happened to me not too long ago, and I blame the paint. I just think they don't make.
That's
them
right.
up.
It's paint's fault every
That's it,
time.
right?
I ain't blame the paint. I looked at myself. We had to keep going live because people were still on, and after I got off, we literally spent half the day trying to fix it. Paint was cooked, and then come to find out, I think this was a touch from God because the guy was watching the whole time. He comes in, he's like, "Hey, how's the car?" I said, "It turned out good," and I said, "I got to walk you through what I did over here. We try to repair it." He's like, "I know, I saw it online." So I told him. That's why you gotta be. I'm telling you, that's why you gotta be honest, because
that's when shit happens, that's kind of like what I do. So, Mr. Customer, everything turned out, man. Let me show you. This is really good. You see this right here now, about this, right? So we wasn't expecting, but don't worry, I got a guy. I'm gonna take care of it and everything like that.
I didn't got a guy. I said I'm gonna pay for it. You find the guy. I can, but I knew. I even told Jamie when he came in. I walked in the house. I said, "Yo, he watched the live." Jamie's like, "Nuh-uh." I said, "Dude, he watched the live. He even walked over to the side, looked down. His eagle-eyed it, like,
yeah, he walked past all the good work.
Yeah. Straight
for that panel. Yep. He knew you was done. He knew it was
man.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Funny.
Yeah, I own it. Yeah, we working on it. I got a guy. We're gonna paint it. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're gonna paint it. It'll be all right. Look, paint, just add more paint. Just remember, who doesn't poke trash at you burning? I don't know what this is.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting roasted in every channel. That paint burn was heard across the world, son. It literally went from white to black, like Michael Jackson. Opposite.
Glorious.
Yeah, the last time I did that, I said the same thing. So, yeah, L was working on the other side over there in another car, and he was like, "You smell that?" And I was like, "You smell that?" I was just shaking my head. He said, "Man, it's like somebody frying chicken. You smell that?"
I burnt that paint on live TV. That was one of the best memories ever. That and then Jamie falling off the chair.
What? Oh, while filming?
Yeah, see, I wish we would have done a documentary of how we started Thor. We're literally filming David. He was sick like a dog. He came in sick. Pan comes in here, and it's literally the Pan show for 4 days straight. Film. Jamie's on this. It's a grilled chair.
Most dangerous creeper in the game. Rio Scrub.
You gotta pray before you get on a chair. You gotta pray before you get on a chair.
Yeah.
He literally sat down 20 seconds later in the middle of this Netflix crew filming.
Go.
Straight back. And I'm sitting there like, dang, that sucks. And I laughed at him. Yeah. Fast forward 4 months later or 5 months later, I think I'm sitting there by a wall, and my big ass hits the wall.
He almost went through the wall.
I put a hole in the wall. My whole body was put into the wall.
We finally threw it away.
Yeah.
We said it's got to go. It's got to go in the dumpster.
You had to re-drywall in your shop, in your garage.
No, there's a hole there. That's a memory for everyone who wants memory. Get a Viper chair. It's better.
You at least don't fall out of it.
Yeah, I need to come visit me to tell us.
Yeah. All right, Cam, look. We got Launch 25 AO30 if you want to try out some drive over there, drive and high definition.
Yeah, let me give you this one. If you haven't already used it, right? But first time shoppers, you use the code DRIVE20. Just drive in 2020, and you get 20% off of any of the dry products. So, but don't use it for the ceramic polish or the big sizes of ceramic polish or all in one. Remember, use a 30% discount for that one.
Yeah, AO30. There you go. I'm gonna have to go get me a big old bottle of it. That's some good stuff. All right, everybody, that's all we got. Cam, it was a pleasure as always.
It was fun, always, dude.
Don't ghost us again now. Look, they're good. let's not reformulate these for quite a while, okay?
Yeah.
Let's keep. They're good.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, let me know when you get a chance to try out the G7 too, right? Because I think you're gonna have the G7 when you have a good experience on that. Just let me know.
I need for him to do a full video because he just.
I'm gonna do a full video.
I'm gonna
do a full video. My short was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It got me a lot of views on my Instagram page.
There you go.
Hey, real quick, one last thing, Jamie. What like you used the Telluride, right? You used the Telluride as your demo test vehicle, right? All right. So what else are you running right now on there? Because I'm curious.
Right now, I polished most of it off to just try something else that comes out a little later.
Okay.
But right now we got that industrial on the back. I'm gonna polish the door, put the GX7, put a GX Lite on another door.
Okay.
And we'll run them for a little bit. We'll see what's up.
Okay, good, man. And put some Chronos and
put some Chronos.
He wants
I'm just saying.
Hey, he wants the smoke, dog. He said put some Chronos on.
You got it. I'm gonna do it.
He wants the smoke. When he names a brand, he wants all the smoke. He's in the woods
I'm just saying. Listen, like I ain't putting no money down yet. But if you do, right, let me know and I'll be placing my bets. And when Dimitri see this video, hopefully he checking us out next day.
Where Dimitri at?
And I'm looking forward to his endurance test. As well. I really love his videos, by the way. I mean, because
guys, King Kamehameha, bro. He's the Hawaiian prince coming out just slaying her. He's like, put some Chronos on that hood.
Hey, you gonna put some Chronos?
One man, one desire. The head.
I see. I smell what you're stepping in, Cam. All right. That's all we got on this one, Cam. It was a pleasure, brother. We'll see you.
All right, y'all be safe, man. And we appreciate y'all guys.
One man.
One many. Bye.
Let's go. See everyone.